Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. Today we are continuing on with 3rd Enoch. We are on chapter 34. I have to make sure that when I go to the website that it's, it took me all the way back to the top. Hold on. Okay, so we're on 34, correct? Yes, we're on 34. Okay. So, 3rd Enoch, chapter 34. The different concentric circles round the Kayath, consisting of fire, water, hailstones, etc., and the angels uttering the Kedushah responsorium. Our Ishmael said, Metatron the angel, the prince of the presence, said to me, the hoofs of the Kayath are surrounded by 7 clouds of burning coals. The clouds of burning coals are surrounded on the outside by 7 walls of flame, or flames. The 7 walls of flames are surrounded on the outside by 7 walls of hailstones, stones of Et Gabish. You can find this as Ezekiel X III 11 and 13. And then X, and then it's 2 X's, which is 20, and then it's V, 3 I's, 22. So 2 places in Ezekiel you can find reference to this. The hailstones are surrounded on the outside by X stones of hail. Stone of Barad. The stones of hail are surrounded on the outside by stones of the wings of the tempest. The stones of the wings of the tempest are surrounded on the outside by flames of fire. The flames of fire are surrounded by the chambers of the whirlwind. The chambers of the whirlwind are surrounded on the outside by the fire and the water. Round about the fire and the water are those who utter the Kodesh. Round about those who utter the Kodesh are those who utter the blessed, or the Baruchah. Round about those who utter the Baruchah, or blessed, are the bright clouds. The bright clouds are surrounded on the outside by coals of burning juniper. And it says jumper, but I believe they did a misprint, or they spelled it wrong. And on the outside surrounding the coals of burning juniper, there we go. Yep, that's what it was. There are 1,000 camps of fire, 10,000 hosts of flames, and between every several camp and every several host there is a cloud, so that they may not be burned by the fire. Chapter 35. The camps of angels in Arabath Rakia, angels performing the Kedushah. Our Ishmael said, Metatron the angel, the prince of the presence, said to me, 506,000 myriads of camps has the Kodesh one, blessed be he, in the height of Arabath Rakia. And each camp is composed of 496,000 angels. And every single angel, the height of his stature is as the great sea, and the appearance of their countenance as the appearance of the lightning, and their eyes as lamps of fire, and their arms and their feet like in color to polished brass, and the roaring voice of their words like the voice of a multitude. And they are all standing before the throne of glory in 4 rows, and the princes of the army are standing at the head of each row. And some of them utter the Kodesh, and others utter the blessed, or the Baruchah. Some of them run as messengers, others are standing in attendance, according as it is written, Daniel VII 10. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. And in the hour when the time draws nigh for to say the Kodesh, then first goes forth a whirlwind from before the Kodesh one, blessed be he, and bursts upon the camp of Shekinah, and there arises a great commotion among them, as it is written in Jeremiah 30:23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Adonai goeth forth with fury, a continuing commotion. At the moment 4,000 thousands of them are changed into sparks, thousands of them into firebrands, thousands into flashes, thousands into flames, thousands into males, thousands into females, thousands into winds, thousands into burning fires, thousands into flames, thousands into sparks, thousands into chasmals of light, until they take upon themselves the yoke of the kingdom of Shamayim, or heaven. The high and lifted up of the Creator of them all will fear, dread, awe, and trembling, with commotion, anguish, terror, and trepidation. Then they are changed again into their former shape, to have the fear of their king be before them always, as they have set their hearts on, saying the song continually, as it is written, Isaiah vi 3. And one cried unto another and said, Kodesh, 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 etc. And so on. Chapter 36. The angels bathe in the fiery river before reciting the song. Our Ishmael said, Metatron the angel, the prince of the presence, said to me. At the time when the ministering angels desire to say the song, then Nahar Dinur, the fiery stream, rises with many thousands and myriads of angels of power and strength of fire, and it runs and passes under the throne of glory between the camps of the ministering angels and the troops of Araboth. And all the ministering angels first go down with Nahar Dinur, and they dip themselves in the fire, and dip their tongue and their mouth 7 times. And after that they go up and put on the garment of Makek Samal, and cover themselves with cloaks of Cosmal, and stand in 4 rows over against the throne of glory in all the Shamayim, or all the heavens. Chapter 37, sorry. The 4 camps of Shekinah and their surroundings. Our Ishmael said, Metatron the angel, the prince of the presence, said to me, in the 7 halls there are standing 4 chariots of Shekinah, and before each one are standing the 4 camps of Shekinah. Between each camp a river of fire is continually flowing. Between each river there are bright clouds surrounding them. And between each cloud there are put up pillars of brimstone. Between one pillar and another there are standing flaming wheels surrounding them. And between one wheel and another there are flames of fire round about. Between one flame and another there are treasuries of lightnings. Behind the treasuries of lightnings are the wings of the storm wind. Behind the wings of the storm wind are the chambers of the tempest. Behind the chambers of the tempest there are winds, voices, thunder, sparks upon sparks, and earthquakes upon earthquakes. And then chapter 38. The fear that befalls all the heavens, all the Shamayim, at the sound of the Kodesh, especially the heavenly bodies. These appeased by the prince of the world. Our Ishmael said, Metatron the angel, the prince of the presence, said to me, at the time when the ministering angels utter the thrice Kodesh, then all the pillars of the Shamayim, or heavens, and their sockets do tremble. And the gates of the halls of the Araboth Rakia are shaken, and the foundations of Shekakim and the universe Tebel are moved, and the orders of Maon and the chambers of Makon quiver, and all the orders of Rakia and the constellations and the planets are dismayed, and the globes of the sun and the moon hasten away and flee out of their courses and run. 12,000 parasangs and seek to throw themselves down from Shamayim, or heaven. By reason of the roaring voice of their chant, and the noise of their praise, and the sparks and lightnings that go forth from their faces, as it is written, Psalm IXXVII 18. The voice of thy thunder was in the Shamayim, or in the heaven. The lightnings lightened the world. The earth trembled and shook. Until the Prince of the world calls them, saying, Be ye quiet in your place. Fear not, because of the ministering angels who sing the song before the Kodesh one, blessed be he. As it is written, Job XXXVIII. So it's 3 X's, V, and 3 I's. Verse 7. When the morning stars sang together, and all the children of Shamayim shouted for joy.
Okay. 3 more.
Okay. Next time, we will be reading chapter 39. And I believe that's chapter 40.
Yeah, there you go. Our van goes around downstairs.
Or no, we'll be reading 40 through 40 something. I'm just gonna go with the flow, not quench the ruach.
Trying to send books now.
Yeah, we're trying to send some BYNBs out to a sister that lives in another or international. So we're trying to figure out a way, because Torah Zone doesn't send internationally. So a sister reached out to me to help her. So we're trying the best we can. We got the books today, and we're going to be sending them out tomorrow. It's expensive. He's going to try to do it today if he has time. So
a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Sorry, no.
But
We're gonna see rewinding. Okay, like that. Sorry, everyone. That's the other book.
Yes, like that.
I put this around.
Yes.
What? So they only have to put one thing around that, or do you think they're gonna have to put on both of them? Labels.
Labels just on the one.
Do they rip your label off?
No, they'll put the label over it.
All right. Well,
Okay.
then I need to.
30.
I don't know. This is too hard.
Okay, so I'm just trying to. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I know. Because you need to send me your address.
Okay, so we were on 38. So next time we'll be reading 39 through, I believe, 42 or 43. I have it right here, babe.
You need to send it to my phone. Oh, it's on paper?
Yes. So it's easier here. All right. So it's time to praise Yahuah. Cooliard.
I don't even have the money. How much is that?
She's going to put the money on there as soon as you let me know, and then I'll let her know, and it'll get on there. Okay. So if anyone else needs help ordering books, just get a hold of me and let me know.
Costs, 'cause they have to pay.
And it costs extra for shipping if you're international, so just keep that in mind as well. It costs a lot to send 3 books to internationally. UPS was almost $200, and then FedEx, one or the other. Okay, FedEx was $197, I think, and then UPS would have been $300 something for shipping. $370 something for shipping. That's ridiculous. Just to ship it across the river to Canada. But I'm sorry, not trying to complain. I'm trying to help other Nazarene be able to get the word of truth. But it's time to praise Yahuah, and I am so happy. I love you all. But if anyone else needs help, just let me know. And I have other books that I'm going to be selling myself that are they're just like this, just like the book of the Shamayim. It's just I have a couple other ones that I don't need. There's the book of Yom Kodesh and a few other ones, but it's time for us to praise Yahuah. Toda Rabbah Abba Yahuah. Toda Rabbah, Abba Yahuah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Yahuah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Yahuah. Yahuah is with me. Yahuah is for me. Yahuah is greater than all of these things. If Elohim is for me, then who can be against me? Toda Rabbah, Abba Yahuah. I love you all. Warriors of Yahuah in the truth. Shalom and blessings.